Hey, what's up? It's time for the All Elite Crate. I've actually had this for over a week already. I just haven't gotten around to it because my schedule's kind of messed up right now. Despite what I said in the last unboxing video about being more consistent, that still hasn't happened yet. Obviously content's been going up because I had content to post. But as for actually creating new content, that has been few and far between. And I've also haven't been streaming as much. I don't think I've streamed in almost 2 weeks, give or take, as of right now. Just timing and being exhausted from my schedule being off and everything else. It's you don't care. Anyways, but yeah, so the October Elite Crate came in, and so we're gonna get this bad boy opened up and take a look to see what is inside.
Turn that around so I can actually open the damn thing. Wrong way. Get in there. Holy crap, it's tight. There we go. Alright, so we're going to do this the same way we always do this, which is we're going to only open the box ever so slightly so we can reach inside and touch things and try to figure out what they are. We're going to move this out of the way because we know that's the card that's going to tell us what everything is. And we don't want to know what everything is. There we go. We'll flip it over. Alright. So as always, we got our t-shirts on the top. You get 2 t-shirts in these boxes. Our first t-shirt, okay, just from this alone, I don't know what it is yet. It's got like a royal coat of arms, which of course immediately made me think of Undisputed Kingdom. But that would, I don't know. MJF, another MJF shirt. I think this is like the 3rd MJF shirt. Huge roster. You'd think they'd have more shirts options. There we go. So we got MJF. I don't think I like this shirt, to be honest. I don't think they did a very good job on the printing either. Like it looks like, see like little black spots. Like, I feel like that's gonna wear off pretty quickly in the wash. We got an MJF shirt. In between the shirt, there appears to be a sticker of some sort. And it's a Mercedes Monet sticker. Which is actually one of the nicer looking stickers they've ever sent, actually. So she's got the TBS title there, so this obviously was probably a promotional shoot from before she won the Strong title from Stephanie Fakir, however you pronounce her name, I'm not sure. Alright, oh my god. Second shirt. Jamie Hayter, I guess. Oh. Okay. Britt Baker. Overheated. Interesting. I'm a little confused by that t-shirt design. Moving on. Alright. Alright, we have a pin here again of some sort. Can't really figure out what it is just based on the shape. It feels like... yeah, I don't know. Hangman Adam Page. So Hangman Adam Page pin. ecstasy of gold. Seriously? Where did they come up with some of these things? Like, I think this is one reason why I think AEW has a hard time keeping audience long term is with a few exceptions. And I'm not saying it's everything, but they seem to like just throw slogan after slogan after slogan after slogan. Almost like they're constantly changing gimmicks. Like even Chris Jericho. It works with Chris Jericho, I think, only because Jericho's been around for so long and everyone already knows he's had multiple identities prior to coming to AEW, right? He was like Y2J, he was like the list guy and all this other stuff that he did in WWE, but that was over like long periods of time. Most of Chris Jericho's gimmicks in AEW are only like a couple months long. And even when it started and it was, what the fuck was the name of the stable? Fuck, I don't remember what the name of their group was called. Him, Guevara, Santana, Ortiz, and Hager. Can't remember what the fuck they were called, but anyways. Even during that, he changed, even though it was always still Chris Jericho, was still always the leader, it changed. And then even through the Jericho Appreciation Society, same thing. His gimmick changed so often based on the thing. Like, he's come out in AEW as the Lionheart, and then the next week he's the Painmaker, or is it Painmaker? Yeah. And then he's the Ocho, and all these other things and so forth. And like right now he's doing the Learning Tree gimmick thing, which is consistent, but how long before that ends, right? You know? Alright, so we've got our micro brawler figure. And this one we have Excalibur. We got Excalibur now, so we've had like what? Excalibur, we had Prince Nana, we had Jungle Boy, we had Daddy Ass, we had Luchasaurus. Alright. We got something else in a baggie here. Feels like almost like another micro brawler, but I don't think that's what it is. Oh, okay, yes, it is a micro brawler. It's another one of these mystery micro brawler figures again. They sent one of these once before, and it was that one was Christian Cage. So in this one, there is the most common ones are Anthony Bowens, Daddy Ass, Max Caster, Swerve Strickland, Saraya, Dax Harwood, and Cash Wheeler. There's high odds of a Matt and Nick or Nick Jackson. So the Anthony Bowens to the Cash Wheeler ones, it's 1 in 10. Sorry. Oh, no. See, I read this wrong. Okay, sorry. So 1 in 10 odds of basically the Acclaimed or FTR. 1 in 20 odds that it's a Matt or Jackson, Nick Jackson, Swerve Strickland, or Saraya. 1 in 40 odds of Kenny Omega. 1 in 100 of the Chase Matt Jackson or Chase Nick Jackson. And then there's a ultra rare gold Kenny Omega, and they only made 1. Alright. So now that we know what we're dealing with here, so that's the legs. I think what I had to feel like. I think it's Anthony Bowens. Based on the positions of the arms, because it feels like the one arm goes up and the other arm goes down, and that would narrow it down to Kenny Omega, Anthony Bowens, or Max Caster. But I don't. The Kenny Omega here seems to have like a top knot braid type thing, and it feels like a smooth head top. And I don't. And Caster has a microphone in his hand, which I don't think I feel. So again, I'm leaning towards Anthony Bowens. This thing doesn't have a care thing on this one. Move that down. Crack out our acclaimed scissors that we got in another one of the mystery boxes. You probably can't see it. It says the acclaimed. You can't see it on that camera either. There's tape stuck on this from the last thing I opened, apparently. Alright, let's crack out our acclaimed scissors. And again, I think we got Anthony Bowens. And the winner is... Oh, I was wrong. It's Swerve Strickland. Not sure why it felt like the one arm was going up. Because it definitely was not. Alright, what else do we have in this box? I don't know. Feels like a wallet or something. It is a wallet. Young Bucks. I do kind of need a new wallet. Not a huge Young Bucks fan, though. It doesn't have as many pockets as my wallet does, though. Feels nice, though. So it's got one of these little window pockets, which is good for the driver's license, and it does have the extra pockets underneath here to keep a few things. Obviously, you got your bills. This only has 2 pockets on this side. Mine has 3 or 4. Overall, it does feel like a nice wallet, though. Doesn't feel... I mean, it's definitely a cheaper wallet, but it's not bad for a cheaper wallet. Sometimes when you get those really cheap wallets, like, you can feel them falling apart, like, the second you take them out of the package. This does not feel like that in this case, so... yeah, it's not bad. I don't think I'd use it, though. Again, just because I don't really like the Young Bucks. I looked inside the box. There's a poster there of some sort. And then I think all that's left is our autograph. Oh, okay. It looks like it's Death Triangle. They're not a thing anymore. That's a nice poster, though. That's a pretty cool poster. I like it. That's quite nice. Nice Death Triangle poster there. And then that just leaves the autographed photo, which unfortunately they do not send in those nice envelopes anymore. We got Darius Martin from Top Flight. So not, I don't know if they were doing that before. Were they putting these authentic stickers on there before? I don't know. I always look at the ink too. See, this one looks like it's printed on. Oh, maybe not. Yeah, maybe not. Most of the other ones you could tell. Like, as soon as you looked at it, you could tell it was really signed and not like machine printed or anything like that. That one was a little bit harder to tell, admittedly. So we got our Darius Martin signed photo, our Excalibur Micro Brawler, our Death Triangle poster, our Young Bucks wallet, our Mercedes Moné sticker, our Hangman Adam Page pin, our Swerve Strickland mystery mini micro brawler, and of course our 2 t-shirts, which might be the weirdest t-shirts I've ever seen in these things. We have, of course, MJF and a overhated Dr. Britt Baker t-shirt. So that's contents of the crate. So that's what, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 things. So yeah, it's the King MJF t-shirt, overhated Britt Baker t-shirt, Excalibur Micro Brawler. Apparently there was a chance of a Chase variant. Young Bucks wallet, Death Triangle full gear poster, Dante Martin autographed 8x10, Hangman Adam Page lapel pin, Micro Brawler Mini Series 2, which is of course the Swerve Strickland, Mercedes Moné sticker, and of course every month I get an email with a coupon for 10% off my next AEW or Shop AEW order. So yeah. I really like the poster. That might be my favorite thing in here. The poster's really cool. And this is coming from a guy who honestly is not the biggest fan of any of these 3 guys. I'll be interested to see what happens with the Lucha Bros if and when they ever do show up in WWE. I could see it going really well or really poorly for them. I don't know. We'll see. Despite the hate that Mercedes Moné gets, I am a fan of hers still. I think she's conceited as hell. I think some of the things she has said more recently reminds me very much of a Hulk Hogan type personality. And I have never been a Hulkamaniac. I was a kid during the height of Hulkamania and never bought into it. I was a Macho Man fan. Like, Macho Man was my guy back when I was a kid. So, until I discovered Bret Hart, and then Bret Hart's been my guy forever since. I am a fan of Swerve Strickland overall. Again, some of the stuff, I know this is going to come off bad, but, like, I am one of those guys that felt the shit that him and Paige did in that cage match went a little too far. And it wasn't even the chair shot, although I think the chair shots are stupid. I don't care if they gimmick the chairs or not. I still don't think it's a good idea. But the needle thing, I think, was a step too far. Like, I don't think there was any... to me, that has no place in professional wrestling. Again, that's my opinion. I know some people feel differently about it, and that's fine. I don't think it's going to do I don't think stuff like that, doing, like, thankfully it was a once thing. I'm not even like, I get people are getting upset even about the whole thing with Daniel Bryan and Bryan Danielson, sorry, with the plastic bag over his head and so forth. And I get why that makes people uncomfortable, I do. But honestly, that's not even that bad. Like, although I think they're doing it a little too much, but I understand why they're doing it as much as they've done it. The needle thing, there was no point to it, right? Like, it was just to create a controversial, like, squirm in your seat scene. It had no bearing and relevance to the existing storyline. The existing storyline was Strickland breaks into Hangman Adam Page's house. Page understandably upset. Strickland buys his childhood home. Hangman sets it on fire. I get it. These guys hate each other. That makes sense. So, again, I don't think setting people on fire is something you want to do on a regular basis in pro wrestling, and God knows they already tried that with Darby and Perry. So, you maybe don't want to do that. But, like, if Strickland had tried to set Hangman on fire, that would make sense because revenge for this. If Hangman's name is Hangman. Again, hanging is a little uncomfortable. I get it. I don't think it was right when the WWE did it back at WrestleMania when The Undertaker hung the Big Boss Man. I don't think it was right then. But at least it's part of the character's gimmick, right? It's not even the first time it's happened. Like, they've done quote-unquote hangings before in professional wrestling. This isn't anything new. So Hangman Page, if he tried to hang Swerve Strickland, I'm not saying he should have succeeded. I'm just saying if he'd attempted to do it, that would have made sense storyline. Bringing a needle out of nowhere and injecting it into the dude's mouth made no sense story-wise at all. It was just an uncomfortable scene for the sake of making an uncomfortable scene, in my opinion. And I don't think that's the image you want to put out there. I get it that AEW is trying to be more edgy and so forth than WWE and so forth, and that's great, and I'm all for that from the standpoint of you need to be different and stand out. But there's got to be a line, and I feel like that crossed it, especially if you're trying to appeal to a more broader national audience. You can't just keep catering to the same indie fans all the time if you want to be a true alternative to WWE. That's my opinion. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. The point is, Strickland's great. I think he's above that type of shit, in my opinion. Be the wrestler that you are. Put on the great matches. Perform at the highest level. Show why you were a deserving world champion. Don't lower yourself to, like, stupid indie-rific gimmick stuff. Because there's a lot of stuff that happens on the indies and so forth, and like even that Game Changer Wrestling, which is really popular right now, that even a lot of like main stars have like participated in some form or another. Even that stuff, it's like some of the stuff that they do in there, it's like it's not necessary. Like there's a time and a place for it. I don't think it's the right time or the right place. It's not. This isn't the 1990s anymore. There's a. But again, I'll be done. I'm done with the tangent. All right. So this is. Let's just move on. This is October's All Elite Crate. 9 things this month. Very good haul. Fantastic price point as always for all this stuff, because like it literally. I subscribed for a year. You get 4 boxes a year. 4 boxes a year? Yeah. 4 boxes a year. For the price you're paying to basically just... The price pays for the 8 t-shirts alone. Like, to get 8 brand new wrestling t-shirts, you're probably looking at a minimum of $25. That's $200 a year. $200 for 8 t-shirts. And the crate only costs, like, including shipping and everything, it only costs me like $200 and some odd dollars. All this other stuff, like these micro brawler figures, these retail, I've looked at them. I've seen them retail from anywhere from $20 to $30. Stuff like a wallet's going to run you about $15. A good poster nowadays, and keep in mind I'm talking Canadian pricing here. A good poster in Canada is going to probably run you anywhere from $7 to $10. Autograph photos are always going to be like $20+ each. So like there's a crap ton of value in these boxes and so forth. It's well worth it. As I said, this is probably something I'm going to keep going with going forward, because it's such a cool thing. I wish WWE would bring something back like this. They did try once with a company called Loot Crate. I wish WWE would, it was okay, but it wasn't great, and I wouldn't say it was as worth the value. I think if WWE was to do something like this now and made it somewhat comparable, I would probably want to get that as well. It would be pretty cool, I think, to have both an AEW and a WWE loot box coming in every couple months. But yeah, pretty cool stuff. I'm overall, I like this haul. Like I said, a lot of value in here. Not sure how I feel about the t-shirts. These are probably the t-shirts I've probably hated the most. I just realized there's probably going to be a massive echo on this video, so I
apologize. But yeah, overall pretty cool. Anyways, I'm out. Thanks for watching. Link will be how to subscribe to the AEW Elite Crate will be in the description below, as well as a link to all my other social medias. It's on the screen as well. Please, if any support you can show is greatly appreciated, whether it's just a follow, a like. If you can subscribe to my Twitch, that would be fantastic. If you can't, that's cool too. Just give it a follow. That's all good. But yeah, that's it. Hope to see you in the next video. I have something coming. It might even show up in today. I'm expecting a Pure Later delivery today, which means another unboxing video, which I might even record later today. Don't know when it will go up, but that's okay. But yeah, hopefully more and more content coming as I get back on track. All right. Thanks for watching.